Well, guys, I've been waiting a little bit to make this video. When I was gone and the trade happened, I was on vacation, so I wasn't really to go ahead and make a full breakdown video discussing everything, discussing the future of the Milwaukee Bucks. But now I'm back and it's time to address the elephant in the room. Giannis Antetokounmpo is no longer a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. He has been traded to the Miami Heat, and as well as Bobby Portis, someone I've talked about on this channel a lot, for Tyler Hero, Kelly Ware, Jaime Jaquez, and the fourth player in the deal. He's a rookie, I think, last year, who I'm learning to pronounce. I'll probably say it later on in the video. But yeah, this one stings really badly, man. Giannis, if you guys don't know, which I'm sure everybody watching this video knows, best player in franchise history for the Milwaukee Bucks for sure. It did absolutely generational things for this franchise. The ones for Giannis, I don't think we have the Pfizer form. We may still be in the Bradley Center if it wasn't for Giannis. Giannis brought home our first championship in 50 years, broke all of Kareem's records, points, field goals, just anything you can name, any record besides probably three-pointers. Giannis Antetokounmpo most likely has this for this franchise. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys drop a like and follow more content like this. We're gonna start posting more long-form videos once again, and let's just start down with just what the trade truly means to the city of Milwaukee, and going forward, what is the vision with Milwaukee. So if we want to get into the official trade details, finally Shams wasn't lying anymore, and a blockbuster trade finally happened. The Milwaukee Bucks traded Giannis Antetokounmpo, the franchise icon, and Bobby Portis for Tyler Hero, Kelly Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kaspar Jakushionis, 3 first-round picks, including the 13th overall pick in this year's draft, a pick swap, and a second-round pick. Absolutely just a ton of value right here. And honestly, this deal, looking at it, wasn't that bad, man. I mean, honestly, we got a pretty good haul for Giannis, because the other option was Jaylen Brown, a couple first-round picks, and honestly, I kind of like this package more. Tyler Hero, I'm not the biggest fan of him. We all know he hooped here. He went to high school in Whitnall. Not the biggest fan of him. I'm looking to flip him. He's kind of just a guy who doesn't really fit, and I feel like the Bucks timeline going forward. So I'm thinking that we might be able to flip him some way. Jaime Jaquez Jr., he won 6th Man of the Year a couple of years ago. People be sleeping on him. Kelly Ware, I think, is going to be our future center. I've been super high on him. A couple years ago when he was getting drafted, I really wanted the Bucks to go ahead and trade up and try to draft. I'm just going to call the guard KJ. I feel like that's way easier. KJ also is a guard. He had a pretty interesting rookie year. He didn't get a ton of time in Miami. He played in 53 games. His stats were 6.2 points, 2.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, but he did have a couple of games where he showed out, and he showed out his passing is pretty good, and he might end up being the point guard of the future for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then obviously on the Miami Heat side of things, they get Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis. Now, I really like the direction that the Bucks are going in. But before I get into, what we all did in the draft and the other trades we conducted, I want to talk about this from a Giannis Miami Heat perspective. Miami, I feel like, is in a very interesting spot now. I know free agency is yet to happen. There's a ton of moves they have yet to make. But if we're looking at this Miami Heat roster right now, I really do not think they are championship contenders, man. Not at all. They have Bam Adebayo. They have Giannis. Their front court is amazing. They are going to tear it up, man. Bam and Giannis, that's just a great duo, a great defensive duo. We all know what Giannis can do. But then besides that, they got Davion Mitchell at point guard. He's a super underrated sleeper. He's been playing well. They got Andrew Wiggins at forward. We all know what he can do. He's a pretty decent scorer. So as I was editing this, some new news came out. Miami Heat forward Andrew Wiggins intends to sign a new 3-year, $64 million contract to stay with the Miami Heat. Now, not all the contract details are out yet, but I'm assuming this is going to give him around $21 million a year, which may go ahead and free up some cap space for them. But it looks like this year he will still be making $30 million. Norman Powell sounded like he's not going to be able to be on the team next year. They don't got enough cap space. They don't got enough money. Sounds like a sign and trade is happening with him. Bobby Portis is now there, and Nikola Jokic. Besides that, who else is on this team? I understand free agency is yet to happen. We're going to see what they can do. But this is not really looking like a better situation for Giannis, honestly. It's kind of looking like he's in the exact same position as last year. I definitely think that the Heat team is a better team than that Bucks team last year. But by how much truly is this a better situation? I know Coach Spo, how good of a job he does with coaching and how he can coach up some undrafted rookies to go ahead and be some amazing role players. But can they really rely on that to happen with 5 players? I just honestly don't see it really happening. In this trade, The trade will be finalized as a win for the Milwaukee Bucks, in my opinion. In the next 2 years, the Miami Heat do not get a championship at all. That's when I will rule this trade an official win for the Bucks. I like this trade a lot for the Bucks. Like, honestly, I didn't want Giannis to get traded. He's one of my favorite players ever, best player in franchise history. You're gonna feel a little pain when he gets traded, but honestly, not a bad deal and not a bad package for Milwaukee. But after this deal happened, I had to rely on John Horst in the NBA draft. Oh, I had to take a breath. I had to take a breath watching the draft. It was something. First off, we had the 10th pick, and we drafted Braden Burries out of Arizona, one of the most explosive guards in the draft. Braden Burries, if you don't know, he has a very strong IQ on the court. He's very versatile and just looks like a fully NBA-ready guard, which is all around great. He's also a very strong two-way player who the Bucks have not had in a long time. Think about our last recent two-way players. Drew Holiday was probably the last two-way guard that we had in this organization. It's been a minute, and he has great scoring. If you've seen his Arizona tape, he was a great player, and he was the biggest reason why Arizona made it all the way to the Final Four this year. I was hyped up. This is one of the best players I feel like we could have took at the draft at 10, and then pick 13, we took Nate Amen. John Horst, you know, he went 1 for 2 in this draft. I mean, I kind of knew he wasn't going to go 2 for 2, but he was going to mess it up. But streets are saying that Jimmy Haslam has a lot of ties to Tennessee. And, you know, kind of the reason why Nate Amen, you know, was, you know, just hyped up a little too much inside the Milwaukee Bucks organization. Now, I don't have a problem with Nate Amen personally. But here's my thing. He's 19 years old. He's a 6'10 forward. And, well, there is a lot of issues to start off with Nate Amen. I'm not saying that he's the worst player in the world. He is just a project player for sure. Of course, his pros are, you know, his size and his length. Being a 6'10 wing forward is just all around great for the organization. Who doesn't want a 6'10 wing forward who can guard every position? Some shooting upside, I will say, but the cons, man, there are a lot of cons. He has a lack of efficiency for sure. Under 30% from the three-point range and under 40% with field goals made. He definitely has a tough time finishing in traffic, and he doesn't really use his physicality and strength to his best of his abilities to get rebounds or play defense sometimes. It's just, I feel like they're trying to draft the next Giannis with this pick, and I'm not so sure Nate Amen is going to be the next Giannis. But you know what? He's a project player, and I look at this as, you know, we're in a whole different spot of the organization now. Jimmy Haslam is still the owner. John Horst is still the GM, but coaching, Doc Rivers is no longer the coach. You know, the guy who put a golf course, a golf simulator, you know, in our practice facility. You could tell this is everything that's come out about this is just all around just absolute nonsense. But Taylor Jenkins is a better coach, obviously, than Doc Rivers. I trusted him to develop Nate Amen way more than I would trust Doc Rivers. A lot of the reason why I think Buck fans are a little down on this and a little not confident about this is just because we had Doc Rivers for so long and he wasn't able to develop rookies. But you know what? I trust Taylor Jenkins way more than I trust Doc Rivers. And I would love to see what Taylor Jenkins is going to be able to do when it comes to developing Nate Amen. Yeah, actually making this video much calmer than I thought I was going to be. I think it's just because, you know, I thought I was going to be a lot more angry when I made this video. But, you know, it's been pretty much a week now since the trade has happened. So I feel, you know, a little bit more calmer. But, you know, looking at this Bucks team, we got free agency, obviously. My biggest things I think we got to do going forward is we got to get rid of Miles Turner and Kyle Kuzma. We just got to find some way to get rid of them. Dump the contracts, obviously, and just, they don't fit into the Milwaukee, like, they don't fit into our timeline. A lot of people are questioning, are they going to try to win now? Are they going to try to rebuild still? Because we don't have a pick next year, so there's not really benefit to tanking at all. What do we want to do? I mean, I see no reason to keep Kyle Kuzma or Miles Turner on this team. Miles Turner was definitely a liability last season, so I feel like we should give Kelly Ware, of course, the starting role. And then Kyle Kuzma, he can just go to a contending team and help them contend. Kyle Kuzma, he's an old forward. He has no business being in the Milwaukee Bucks anymore. Just doesn't fit our timeline at all. Those are the biggest things I think we got to do. Free agency, we're going to see what they can do if they want to go ahead and sign somebody. I think in free agency, it will really, like, show what they want to do and what they're, like, you know, what their plan is going next year. Because if we sign some veterans and some guys and maybe like a huge player, then we're probably trying to win now still. But if not, if they lay back and just want the Young Bucks to play, no pun intended, I think that, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and let the youngins play. And I think that's what they should do. Just give all the young players playing time, give them time to develop and just see what they can do. You never know what might happen. Someone might blossom into a superstar. Ryan Rollins, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I didn't want to make a super lengthy video just crying about how Giannis has been traded, how obviously he's one of the best franchise players of all time. You know, I just want to give a quick brief about what happened with the trade and what I think about the Milwaukee Bucks organization going forward. I didn't think I need to sit here and ramble for 30 minutes about how I'm going to miss Giannis. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But let me know in the comments what your guys' thought on the trade. Who won and lost the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade? Because currently I am pointing towards the Milwaukee Bucks winning it. And don't worry, guys, we got a video on the Los Angeles Rams coming out very, very soon. And make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to keep updated with all my shorts content that's talking about fantasy football. And there will be a video about the Los Angeles Rams. I'll see you guys in the next one.